from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation. And if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Tackle made at the 36-yard.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 18 carries, 64 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. but they've lost 2 straight games. So they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced to dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
from the gun, it's Jackson. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And it's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 5 of yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
He's going to use his legs here.
That's out to the left and complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Chicago.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take it through.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
2nd and 3.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead, and they're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, a nice spin. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something? They could put your team in some jeopardy.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
It's a foot race past the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start with the option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Cook following the penalty. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
That's is a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's complete to Justin Jefferson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Bears' 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Let's go! Holding offense. Unbelievable.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it to 37. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Marlon Davidson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
The clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Sets up 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So that'll back them up 5. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Carlson set to kick off.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. A good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right. Against these moving targets at full speed, hard to do.
A nice-looking play to start the drive. Down the middle and complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
35-yard line.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. Second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 33-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he finds Cook. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. First and 15. Now Jackson. He was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second and 15 now. Jackson. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
Jackson.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Bears' 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3.
A dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
At the 23-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Is sacked. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, they follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line. And the ball comes out. And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
first down. Here's White. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Hurts to throw. Goes underneath here to White. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, it's White, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
They stay on the ground with White. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 30, 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run Montgomery, and this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And all the way It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little... And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
A big loss.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Big hold of the 30. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Bears moving hastily in a hurry-up offense.
2nd and 2 at the 43.
The man is Kmet, the tight end.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
1st down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Steps away. He'll run it. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also... Sideline that just took the lead. You got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they got it first and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Line of scrimmage again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Now Jackson. Short throw to Smith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Tyler Bass sets the kickoff.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get 3.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Back on the scramble.
And he finds Montgomery complete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets done.
They can't find anywhere to go with it.
down in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Second and long. That's caught by Montgomery. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. White. And White lost the football. This is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Pardon, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field
The
is
fumble on
reversed.
1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
4-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. Offers one incomplete. Tight end Herb Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here.
It's intercepted. And Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
4-yard line.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
At the 36
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The pass.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here's Sam Martin now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Gets around it. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
At their own 23-yard.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of...
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it.
Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Our final score.
A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Chicago, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain.